morning until the afternoon.
A day
before me.
Yeah.
This man here interviewed him, Mr. Kenneth Wanganga. now,
yeah.
Instead of two Shegons, like this man individual. He interviewed him, but he's not picking. Not picking from me. I was not picking.
Why?
Unfortunately. He chose me. Unfortunately. He chose me. So thank you for that opportunity. You make a lot. So thank you. So I joined the company. As a result of that, Shegun joined the company, met other people joined the company. And this is that relationship, that network from him mentioning GIG, him giving me the job, me meeting this guy, and then me, him, and Nigeria. He said, you have devs in UK, start out, we chat with them, individually. Why don't you create a community where we can, network, help each other out with things, share information, jobs, and things like that. That's why we are here today. So from that connection, that's what we're here today. Perhaps I didn't meet him that you would have met Shegun, and he's maybe even here today, possibly. So just shows us the power of networking, and things we can achieve when we are together. Thank God he did go against him that I execute job. I mean, it was my job. God used it to me. Anyway, so
Destiny connector.
Welcome once again. We are behind time. I think we should just move. We're going to check the pulse of the members. For what I can see, we've all had coffee, so I guess you're all fine. I don't need to check your pulse again. Was there anything anybody wants to share? Like how's our journey? The people came late, but it's still part of this thing. It's all good. I think we should just move on to our first technical presentation, so we don't waste a lot of time. And with that, I would invite one of the two Sheguns, but it's on my right hand side. Shegun Osaku. We usually call him Steve Jobless when we work together in Sterling Bank in Nigeria, because we always were taught through them. But we know it is not Steve Jobs, so you have to do the other part, is Steve Jobless. So welcome Shegun. Shegun is the software engineer, joint systems. He's a great guy. He's happily married. He's a very beautiful woman. I was there when the proposed. I was there. He has two beautiful children as well. He also runs a startup here in UK and even in Nigeria. So he's a man full of wisdom, wealth of knowledge, and experience in software engineering. I'll let him up. Sure.
I don't know. Is it this man or this guy?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think they're on the way. Yeah, son. Yeah.
Okay. I don't think they could get it. Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. Nice to see you all here today. Like Remote said, we are all the reason for this community. The whole idea is to come together and see what we can do together. I mean, I know quite a number of us individually, and I know we are doing pretty good individually. But one thing that is for sure is good can be better, and better can be best. And so the whole idea of this whole thing is for us to see what we can do when we come together, as opposed to just doing things. I mean, whatever we do here doesn't stop our individual stuff that we are doing anyways. But we are also looking at an avenue where we can come together and create the future. Like I always like to say. All right, like we must say, my name is Oluwasegun Mosaku, and I'll be presenting something interesting, something to just something that I have a love for. So it's smart cities, IoT, the future of urban living, and the role of software engineers in IoT. So just a brief introduction of who I am, for those who don't know. So I used to deceive myself that I'm a full stack software engineer. So this one is on my profile. This is what I used to deceive all the interviewers and co. So I've done quite a number of things here and there, blah blah blah. In Nigeria, in Germany, in UK. Yeah, I currently stay in Huddersfield, where I work as a lead software engineer in Keyboard Limited. I'm also privileged to have found a few startups. It's not as if we have not made it to, but we are hoping we'll make it one day, you know. So, and I also have a master's degree in Internet of Things, you know. So I have I have a tilt towards Internet of Things, maybe due to my background in electronics engineering, and also the fact that I'm a software engineer as well. So I kind of love to mix both, you know, because IoT really brings both together, electronics engineering and software engineering. That's where you find IoT. And I said, for me, so many people are interested in AI. That's what you hear nowadays. AI, everybody AI. But the reality is, IoT is around us, and there's so much opportunity in IoT that most people are not paying attention to. We are more focused on the buzz of the day, artificial intelligence, ChatGPT and co. But I have a different tilt. I mean, I do AI. I love AI, right? But this is something I'm more interested in. I'm more interested in IoT than artificial intelligence, you know. And I told somebody I'm still going to do a PhD in Internet of Things, maybe sometime soon, because it's just something I love. All right, so smart cities, IoT, the future of urban living, and the role of software engineers in IoT. Now, what is a smart city? I believe you probably know what a smart city is, or we have an idea of what smart cities are. But I just copied this one from Google, right? So don't think it's my words. So a smart city is an urban environment that uses digital technology, the Internet of Things, data analytics, and that to enhance the quality of life for its residents, improve the efficiency of services, and promote sustainability. So, I mean, pretty much everything around us is pretty much IoT. Smart parking, smart meters, everything is pretty much smart. They've all got some sort of IoT somewhere in between. So it's all about each object becoming addressable, meaning you can connect, you can talk to a shoe, you can talk to a chair, a table. The whole idea is that every object becomes addressable over the internet or even within a local area network. So that's just IoT, Internet of Things, talking to each other. Just when I'm talking to you now, you can easily talk to anything, and that's what IoT is, and that's what really smart cities are about. So you look at an urban area using digital tech and IoT to enhance quality of life. Look at real-time data collection for exchange services. You've got smart traffic management system. You've got smart waste management system. You've got smart energy grids. In fact, one of my coursework during my master's was creating an advanced energy management system where I had to build something. I'll probably show us during this slide as well, where I had to build something that so we had in the implementation, I had like 3 different power sources. I had normal grid, solar power, and then battery cells. So I had to write an algorithm that kind of maximizes the energy supply, and then when you have enough energy within the house, it pushes the rest to the grid, and then you get like some points from the grid, that kind of thing. So you are now in a credit. So now the grid is now owing you money, that kind of a thing. That kind of implementation, it's what you talk about in smart energy grids and stuff. So I mean, it's pretty much in our face already, and it's something it's something I'm into, and it's something I love, and it's something I said, okay, let me share with us just to encourage us and inspire us as we all go into this field of, as we're all teaching towards AI, I'm saying, okay, maybe we should take a look at IoT as well. It's an industry that is cool and it's also the future. The power of IoT in urban transformation, I've mentioned a few already. You have smart cities, smart homes, smart transport, retail IoT, smart farming. I mean, the reality is it's everywhere, really. It's everywhere. It's everywhere, and as much as we don't focus on it, it's all around us. In fact, when we're coming today, you have all IoT driven. In those things, there's no AI inside. There's no AI. It's IoT. It's all around us, and there's a huge market for it if we pay attention to it. And that's why I said, okay, let me share with us to just, point our focus towards something different from what we are used to. During the ideation session, I'll probably talk about a project I'm currently working on in IoT, just to, if it's something anyone is interested in. It's a smart home implementation that allows interoperability across various platforms. So, IoT connects devices, infrastructure, and people, enables predictive maintenance, automation, and data-driven decisions, reduces cost, and improves sustainability. This is just English anyways. But basically, IoT is quite powerful. Yeah, software engineers, the architects of smart cities. I pretty much say without any form of doubt that software engineers actually power IoT, because every IoT system you see, there's a decision-making process that is driven by some sort of code, whether the code is a C, C++, assembly language, or whatever. They usually call them embedded engineers writing some of these programs. But aside those embedded engineers, even every IoT system needs a form of dashboard, right? That kind of depicts what is happening within the device itself, and that is done by a software engineer. So this year, this was the coursework I did during my masters. I use LabVIEW to do this. So LabVIEW is like an instrumentation tool, right, that you can use to create. It can use to create pretty much anything that you want. So it's a drag and drop, like someone who has done RPA before. You've done RPA before. It's drag and drop, right? But you can connect sensors to it. You can connect different things to it. Get the input from those sensors, and with those inputs, create a decision-making process, and then get some sort of output. So what I basically did here was, so each of these things you see here are actually sensors. So the household lights, the pretty much everything here, they're actually sensors, but I'm representing them with different things on the. So I'm saying, if I have a household with all this, with AC, TV, with an electric car, I've got stuff to measure it. Now I've got the grid panel, inverter, solar panel, blah blah blah. I want to be able to. So this system actually tracks energy usage within the household, right? Tries to maximize it, and then, like I said, if there are excesses, right, it kind of pushes to the grid and gives you a positive a credit on the grid. You understand? So normally, when you use energy, it's a negative, so you kind of get debited at the end of the month if you're on a direct debit or stuff. But with this system, you can actually help you manage your energy utilization so that you are now in credit and you're not even having to pay energy bills. So that's and I mean, I didn't have to create any sensor. I didn't have to do anything special. It was all code, and it was not even C++ or C# code. It's just drag and drop code. So when you use LabVIEW, you can write some code behind using just basic if else and stuff. So it's the kind of opportunity available for software engineers if one is interested. So like I said, it's no. I'm sorry. Sorry, get naughty. Boss man. Get naughty. Why are you doing like that? He's Baba. He's Baba. He's Baba. I can do it. Yeah. Bro, I'll get you. I'm very sorry. See my best man. I'm very sorry. So, I'm very sorry. Alright, so yeah, I mean it's nice to see these guys again. I was especially recent, I was since it's like 10,000 years ago.
Maybe you should. Let me do some kind of.
The whole idea is just to encourage us into getting into IoT, but so key technologies in IoT development, embedded systems and microcontrollers, cloud platforms, protocols, MQTT, AMQP. If you've used Azure IoT before, you'll probably be used to MQTT and AMQP. So that's what all those guys use. And of course, HTTP is also used, but not as much as those other protocols. Languages, Python, C, C++. I've actually written an IoT code before in C#, right, on a Raspberry Pi. So it's not just limited to these languages. There are also some other. So even with your regular C#, you can actually write a reasonable IoT implementation. Challenges: data privacy, cybersecurity, infrastructure gaps, interoperability and scalability. These are some of the challenges. Now, it's important to point out this challenge because those are opportunities. And I call it challenges and opportunities. Those are the opportunities that we can now come in and then create value from as software engineers. The challenges are our own opportunities. How can we? So the project I'm going to be sharing during the ideation session is more on interoperability in IoT systems. Today already we have smart homes. You have Google Home. You have Amazon Echo. You have various smart devices that are used in the homes. But there's no interoperability between some of these things, right? And that's what the project I'm currently working on is about, right? I'm going to be sharing a bit more on that.
I just keep on forgetting. I wanted to ask this question. So, all of these devices, do they have an API or how do you communicate with them? And they need to be specific. So, for instance, I know with inverter systems, there is like a dashboard where you can see the battery usage, the charging, and all of those stuff. With lights, I know probably for maybe smart homes, you need to get specific lights. Or is it that you can create something that can connect it, like you have to attach something to the light and communicate to it? So that part of communication is what I
I mean, so it actually depends on the smart home platform. For instance, a couple of all these guys, like the Google Home, your Echo and Co, actually are accessible over the internet. So you probably have an app or something like that to control anything connected to that device. Why some use Zigbee? Why some people use? I've seen some implementation that use Bluetooth to actually connect from one. So depending on that user. So they actually use various kind of communication technology. Some uses over the internet communication. Some uses Zigbee. Some uses Bluetooth. I know there are some that uses there's something called Z-Wave, There's also like a communication protocol as well that they use. So, yeah. IoT hackathons, open source project, for example, Home Assistant. So Home Assistant is currently what I'm using for the smart home interoperability implementation I'm working on, which I will be sharing. I didn't have enough time to create a special slide for that, but I'll probably just take us through it. I'll go to, so it's an open source repo, right? They have integrations with quite a number of all these big boys in the smart home space. Google, Amazon, Samsung. So what I've done with it right now is, so I installed the OS on a Raspberry Pi in my house. So all the devices, my TV, that because they have smart home integration, then I have Amazon Echo. I got a smart camera as well. So all I had to do was to build an app, right? But since yeah, thank you. Okay, mine was cut down. Okay, thank you. Look, Jerry, are you using your system? Yeah, he's using your system.
So, question for Shegun, sorry. Just in addition to what Kenneth was asking. So, these physical devices that we're talking about, you have to have specialized physical devices. Take for instance now, if you have a smartphone, you want to control everything in your house. Say for instance, when you go out to shut the door, you want all the lights to go off, right? That's a normal smartphone. So now the bulb, the light you have in your house, that physical light, you have to have specialized type of light that listens to your whatever you have coded, or is the normal kind of light, bulb light that we have, or you have to connect something to it?
Yeah, I mean, for most of them, they don't know the normal type of light. Yeah, so I know Philip Hue uses Zigbee for their own communication protocol. Some just use internet stuff, so you probably connect to your router or something. Some uses Bluetooth, right? So it's actually, and then they will now give you a dedicated app to control all those things. So that's why I'm saying the interoperability of these devices is not there. They're all in silos. So that's currently what I'm working on, using Home Assistant. Because Home Assistant has integration between all these devices, and I'm looking at building something that can get, so you just have one app and then you can connect a Philip Hue bulb, connect an Amazon Echo, connect Google Cloud, and bring everybody together. The truth really is, I was surprised that there's nothing like that is available. You know, as a one device that you can just buy and then connect everything. You know, so I'm thinking, why can't we build something like that? You know, and that's why I'll share more light on that during the additional session. I mean, the truth is, it's kind of difficult because of the time to market. You've really got to have some specialized skills in electronics engineering, a bit. You have to understand how some of these things work. But it's not, you don't really need to be an electronics engineer, really. But you know, it's not as easy as just your normal C# and C++.
Is it electronics engineering or more of these no gates or?
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's still electronics engineering.
No. It's electronic engineering is deeper
than just that. So it's
than just that.
It's
understanding the no gates, the negative. It's more of when there is a flow, understanding when zeros become zero and one becomes one. So there's always this exclusive or no gate, all of those stuff. We did some of those things back then.
Okay, thank you. So I understand that you see how questions.
Some of us are playing catch up.
It's an interesting topic, and it needs a lot of us as well, because we've all been kind of with the AI buzz. Everybody wants to do AI. Very few people are into IoT, but that's part of what we do during the session, you know, and then you can always still meet up in groups. And this convo can continue on our WhatsApp group as well. So it doesn't have to end here. So this is just to stimulate us, get us into it, and we can always follow up. And then just in case, don't get it confused. Mention Raspberry Pi. It's not food. just to be very. It's not food. It's not food.
That's how you know why.
It's very, very, very important. So it's very, very, very important. Very important. All right, thank you, Chef. That was wonderful. Yeah, like I said, this conversation can go on. WhatsApp group. You can call him my side. You can kidnap him. You can go to his house.
Hey, go to my house. That's for what?
Alright, just to get us moving. Just before I continue, I'd like to appreciate people that use African time as well. They appreciate it. Some of us use British time. Some people use African time. They're welcome. They're welcome. I did not mention anybody's name. We are all welcome. So because of that, I'll invite Mr. Jerry Chukudi. Jerry Chukudi. Yes.
If not for anything. Not that I'm not Igbo, but the Nigerian pronounce it better than me.
So Jerry.
Yes.
That we are going to replace and to be truthful now that we have actual chatbots are from chat attendants. So it's not just now asking a question and work with even before now people that know. So the rise of automation, AI just we're looking at the automation pressure because it's quite long, so they have to dependencies. It can take decisions by itself if you do your training. Or I say two that applicants are using AI to then we establish ethical guidelines, collaboration. We are not just looking. You have the APIs ready. Should have gotten to a very high level.
System that can automatically detect where the issue is, and people understanding how AI is, and a couple of things like different programs like actually all of those type of also using to do the work and all of that, but not necessarily the agent that debt 72.
We are talking about this for us. See, for example, you can't just agree it.
In the sense that those rules through the AI commands. Right now, as we are speaking, I saw a software, right? You see, it's not open source.
Yeah.
Spec kit. You can check that on GitHub. It's open source. You just tell it the specifications you want. I want an app that does X, Y, Z.
There are a lot of them.
Give it the.
You don't need to describe it. Just say it. It will do the brainstorming for you.
No,
and you just read that approve.
To be precise, I want this app. This is what I want. These are the features. X, Y, Z. That's all. You get a full-fledged app right now.
Front end and back end, database integration, deployment.
Even code assistance, right? I won't use it. You tell it. So, if Kenny was saying that you write a code, there's an error, you have to debug it. That one is trash now. The AI will go to your code. It will find the issue. It will optimize it for you. It will upload it.
Yeah, to build and execute and deploy.
And that's what I'm saying. The content does that. Copilot Studio, you have Copilot.
Copilot is a child compared to what is.
GitHub Copilot does that. However, the challenge with some of those. So I'm not even saying they are not going to be improved or there will be improvement in the future. But I'm just saying that I don't foresee a future where all engineers will be AI developers.
We need less of engineers in the future, but we still need this, but we just need less.
The reality is just like you said. We also did this experiment, my place of work. So because we use GitHub Copilot, I think that's more reason why I seem to like the name. it's a co-pilot. It's not replacing you.
Yeah.
So, but the reality still remains that after all our analysis, like I think you mentioned something. So we have, obviously, where we have our screens, the ticket and all that. It goes, sees your ticket, your own, brings it down, creates the branch for you. Even the cases, the test cases, writes it for you, write the unit test. So yours is just like you being a senior, talking to a junior. So that's how we eventually agree it to be. So the truth is, the lower roles of these repetitive things or junior engineers, whether you like it or not, like currently now, we don't employ junior engineers. So what happened is, you as a senior, these are things that are repetitive, quite minimal for you. So you give the command to Copilot, you review it as you were reviewing for a junior dev. That's how it just is. So you are more focused. I don't think it will get to that point, reality, as in speaking of reality. Because there was one post I saw that an AI bot dropped their database because of commands that was given to it. So the truth is, nobody will leave their business in the hands of a boss.
At this time.
The reality is already upon us that junior roles, like you rightly said, if you don't upskill, all those junior things like, currently now we do even code reviews. I pull down the branch, I just tell, go and review this code, tell me how to optimize it and all that. Part of the task I was even given was to ensure that our code coverage goes up from, I think we're at 25% to maybe 45. Because we already have our model, I just said, and I think cloud does it well. Now GPT-5 is even available on Copilot. So the truth is, it's already here with us. So it's not the future, it's here. So we can predict the future right from where we currently stand. Junior jobs, repetitive, like all these, design me a page. These are just commands in me. That it will look at your CSS, how your page is being structured. It will even do it better than you even think about it. Yeah. So yours is to review it, which is what I'm saying, not replacement but a co-pilot.
If I
so,
may, sorry to you. If you're saying repetitive jobs will go away,
maybe not repetitive, but lower ones.
The tasks, and we'll stop employing junior developers. And from all these conversations we've had, almost everything, if you have a workforce, if you have a team that's 20 man strong, how much of this do you think, how much of the tasks are assigned to each of these people do you think AI and automation will take away?
65, 70.
80.
Yes. Yeah, I'm of the opinion that
it's upon us.
I'm of the opinion that
you're saying it's upon us, but it's not.
See,
this is still, we're still in the very early stages of this thing.
So, okay, I think
and I think in the next
before we conclude, some of us
years to come.
Wait.
If they are AI that
on AI commands, and all they're doing is they've seen this has been properly tested. As a matter of fact, we as engineers are not the proper testers to implementation. So if AI, that's your implementation. If AI in the next 2 or 3 years, that thing that has made you the highly skilled engineer you are, that you are no longer a junior developer, that thing that has made you the most senior developer, way past senior developer, AI will do it in minutes. And do it better than you probably do it. And by the time we get to that stage, how many senior engineers in a team of 20, how many senior engineers will be needed to vet AI?
So,
and you say, these test cases that I think I have, that are most sacrosanct to my business model, these things have been passed. I have checked that these things can go ahead. How many senior engineers do you think will be left in that thing to say, yes, this thing does what I want it to do?
Okay, just before people respond to you, what's the conclusion that everybody will be replaced?
No. It's my opinion. It's my opinion. I believe that the ecosystem is about to redefine itself. It will redefine itself naturally. Either we like it or not, the ecosystem will define itself. There's no point panicking now and running. But there is a way the whole entire space will redefine itself. We will find the loopholes, we will get there. But when we get there, before we get there, I'm not getting
So I still will not be
So that's
concerned.
why.
So,
Every day as developers, we upskill every day.
Yeah.
Before AI, we have always been upskilling. Either you like it or not, you either upskill or get left behind. Even before AI, the things that we used to use, the things that we were using when we used to work together, and the same things you see they use today, some of them have stayed, but a lot of them we've left behind. Either you like it or not,
why this AI has been helpful, is progressing, there are a lot of change that's coming. One thing we need to keep in mind is the upscaling aspect. It can't replace us, but it can aid us. That's my own definition. AI is here to aid us in one aspect. And here is why I said so. We all talk about models that we are using to train this AI. But have you ever asked yourself if the real model, the real code base is released to us to train the AI? Google will never release its own code base to train an AI for us to be using. Microsoft will never release its code base to train an AI for us to be using. They can train it for in-house usage, not for the public usage. Now that's all on the aspect of AI. What about the aspect of regulatory, which is even more important to us? Because when it becomes a problem, what is the government going to do? Will they just sit down and dictate what will happen? The government also wants to regulate it. There are people who are sitting there looking at everything and drafting paperwork for us and tell you, hey, why this has done perfect job. You are going to cause havoc for us. Please shut it down.
So I was going to say exactly that. Sorry, let me just conclude it.
To conclude it all. I think we are looking at it from very myopic. There was a time that the stock market was very and people were without computers, right? And those times people were like this too. Now we came, we overthrew them. What favor? Now another set of dimensions is coming. I think, like he said, it is not you as a government in the UK. You don't want your top 100 company be training a model that the code base relies solely to Trump, which China can sit tomorrow and say, okay, this is what we want to do next. Collect DeepSeek, we are in everywhere, we can crash it. You don't want to do that. So I think our panic is right, but we still have a long way to go.
I think this is more like a story of when will the world end. Just is leave that to God.
Let's keep going.
Exactly. So I think yours is how do I stay relevant? Just what can I do for myself? Or thinking, if I die now, is there God? Is there no God? Leave that to him. So well, I understand but the reality still remains that. Remember these companies, even the government you are saying still have hand in it.
Yep.
So will you say that if the companies are saying, okay, we need to reduce costs so that we can pay tax, well, the government will say no.
Yeah. Make money.
Exactly. So I think it's a bit complex, but I think the best we can do is the one we can control is where we should maybe focus more on those.
So also, let me just put this. There are a lot of government companies that would restrict the use of AI within their system. So a typical example would be people who deal
That's
with
assumption.
data.
With what?
That's
People who
assumption.
deal with data. So nobody, just like
No, they won't
just like where I was working before. I hope you know that all your conversation within any AI stuff, they are reusing them.
No.
Hold on. They are using them to train the model.
Yeah.
So it's being reused. So nobody wants to risk it. And in fact, where I was working, they were saying that they need to understand how we are, or in fact, they need to understand how we are using the AI. One, they will tell you, and not everybody knows how to use AI. They will tell you that don't put all the stuffs in it. So for instance, if I want to use ChatGPT or any AI tool to create, create something. If I want to create something, let's say I have a table. I'm not going to tell the AI the exact name of the table. I'm also not going to tell the AI the columns there. I'm going to change it so that I don't want someone to like look at the history of what I've done, or someone hacks into any of these bots and they already know the system you built. They know every single thing about it. So a lot of companies are skeptical about it. Like we are all saying very similar things. AI is there, it has come to stay. We can't even fight it. We need to work with it. However, the key takeaway for me is similar to what you said. We need to upscale, get to that point. Don't resist it. Don't get to the point where you don't even know anything about it and everyone is saying that this is the way to go. And next thing, you are out. It's you that because you were just lagging behind. So that's just the only thing I see about it.
So the thing is that this AI stuff is just like UK visa. Sorry, let me explain. Before you can come, yes, in conclusion, before you can come as a student with your partner, with your dependents, they remove it. Everybody does scale to worker visa. Now, everybody on scale to whatever. Now, they say when you come, everybody's pushing up until it gets to where it will get. It will only be global talent that is remaining. Even at that, I'm not even sure whether they will come for that one. That one, by the way, we should also know about only our concerns on data privacy, for example. Sora from ChatGPT, the one they used to generate videos, when it was released every other place, Britain refused it. They had to go through their GDPR, blah blah blah, many processes before they can certify that okay, it is now safe to use. Before Sora is openly available to the UK. Thirdly, we should also know that there are, if we are following up with things, AI service as a cloud service and AI on premise.
AI. Come on,
you understand? Come on, do it.
Come on, do it.
So thank you. This AI conversation cannot end. Because it will not start here, cannot end here.
Yeah,
I don't think we would all be able to.
Virtual meetup.
Well, yeah, I don't think we will all be able to agree on whether it's our job.
We can't.
We always have varying opinions. Based on our own personal experience, and our maybe based on our own personal experience and exposure as well. We have different knowledge level, in these things, and I feel expressing that also. Our understanding will be different. We might not agree on the same thing. So part of why we organize monthly virtual meetup, because of things like this, we can have these conversations, online, and then. But yeah, now once you start to pursue us, we have our internet. We can continue.
We can extend the meeting.
Yeah. So that's why we have to cut that short. So sorry.
You have to think by 5. If you don't leave it by 5, they will tell us.
Sorry if you are
money expires by
ask
5.
your question.
Sorry for yourself. I feel pain.
Or make a contribution to this topic.
Just come on.
So, but our next virtual meetup will come up in October, last Saturday in October, right? So please mark the calendar and can engage more on this topic. So thank you once again, Jerry. So because of that, we'll move on to our next presentation. Just give me a second. So it's a product showcase by Eize. I call him Eize. I can't pronounce it. Eize Iweka. He's showcasing SIM-Byte service. SMS service. I have a personal testimony. I've integrated with that service and you can was seamless. I think I said it. Yeah.
No email. Email.
Email, of course.
Yeah. So I get the SMS part of the service.
No, you have to struggle with everybody.
I bet we don't get time.
I was seamless.
Launch is by 2:20, so we need to audio.
Select a menu.
Who fixed this before?
So these people guys who sell stores, they have associations. You understand? And this association, they have different of them, they do different stuff. But one thing I've observed is that if there's a guy who sells XYZ in that association, and another guy wants to buy that XYZ, he will never go outside. He will never. He would rather, use from the guy in the association. You see the guy doesn't have, or his own is fake, or it's not working, that's when he can go outside. So why am I saying this? Everything that we offer, as a community, should be used by us. We should be the first point of call. So what I'm saying is, if you, for those of us who are managers in where we work, who have the opportunity to make decisions, as to what service they should use, as to what vendor they should use, consider from the inside house first. So if you have a project and you want to use SMS, come to the inside house first. And work with Simba SMS first of all before you go outside brotherly. So yeah, that's what I want to say. But I'm just talking about SMS integration. I mean, we do that a lot. Most of us who have integrated softwares, people are signing up, they are sending OTP, via SMS and all that stuff. So I have an SMS solution that can allow us to do that. Easy to integrate, not too expensive, very cheap, and you can cater for everything you need, basically. So, I mean, it's just SMS integration for businesses, companies, individual, enterprise application, wherever you want to get SMS, you have Simba SMS available for you, right? And like I said, it's easy to integrate. Once you sign up on the portal, everything is there. So that's why I don't have too many slides to start explaining, do this, do that. No. Once you get on the portal, everything is open for you. Integrate, very seamless. And I mean, Wimot has done that, as Monaco have done that as well. My Hego should be here. So when you get set up these ideas, just talking about the features you have, some nice things there, history, stuff you've sent, ones that are pending, those that have been delivered, just to give you an insight, that's what the portal does. So after integrating with your solution, you can come back here and say, okay, let me see a summary of, how we're doing, the SMS you have sent and all that stuff. There are a lot of stuff there. There's the SMS history, your transaction history, so for every SMS you send, the amount of money that was deducted from your wallet, so you can, just for transparency, you have everything there. Then you can also fund your wallet. I mean, in case you want to, traditionally, the way SMS have been done, you pay the vendor. If you don't have it secured, if you integrate any SMS service,
like spam.
No,
like that.
Yeah, that's the idea of your what's the name they call it? That carrier name.
Yeah, okay.
So that your customers know that, oh yeah, it's this guy that's communicating with me, it's not any other person. And also, it's, like you said, to reduce issues with spam.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not there, but we've not automated that one yet. Okay. But while you're signing up, you can just indicate if you want it, there's a name you call it. If you want that stuff, that service.
Do you do that by yourself, or you have to also pass it on to the carrier?
Yeah, pass it to the carrier. Yeah, that's the way about it.
And what's the processing time like?
10 minutes.
No, like with the carrier.
Yeah,
10 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, once we just put it on the
because
portal,
I know
you have to verify your business.
With Trilo, it takes like they said up to 16 weeks. That's what I'm asking.
No.
Okay, I'll talk to you about it.
Yeah, so I mean that's the portal. It's all there. You can go there, explore it, and see how it works.
One question.
Yes.
So for funding your wallet, is there something like a direct debit, or you have to always go back there to fund the wallets?
No direct debit yet. Not still as of us. Just go there, fund anytime you fund and whatever amount you want to. Yeah, no direct debit for that.
1.5 question.
Yes.
What is the software model like? If for whatever reason the services give one man support system where I have to call
Why they do like this now?
Why like this now? You don't disturb now. You're all coming.
Who you want call again? You want call God?
And they find people. They find you like they
No, it's a startup now. We are building.
No,
we are
but
still building.
I mean,
Guys, tell you have 10,000 employees right now.
no, but I mean, what Vincent is saying is very key. Very key. I understand what you're saying. But like I said, we're a startup, we're just coming. So, but obviously, you should have a plan for that. You should not have to ask anybody any question, right? If you have issues, you don't have to come and look for me. Most companies have a chatbot there who can help you answer stuff. When it gets too hard, they cannot connect you to, But I understand that stuff.
We're connecting to AI.
question.
Is there a referral bonus? Like if I refer people, do I get?
Not yet.
Not yet. Now it's very important.
We'll get there.
How much is that the bonus? What is the referral bonus?
No, but that's also a good one. We'll get there.
And they have question. What currencies do you support? Any currency have you funded?
No. For now, for funding, it's pounds.
Can I send SMS?
For now, the same.
I think something like what you said when there's a compromise and I have to come and regenerate my keys. What if the compromise is from your portal? No, I didn't mean your something like I have access to your portal, right?
No, it's your portal.
I agree. I'm saying you are the owner of the system. So I log in where I can regenerate my keys, right? Now I'm giving somebody that is working with me. That person is using it on another system. That is not where I'm working with. Now they need to regenerate a key. They did it behind me. So what do you have? What are the measures around that?
Yeah. So first of all, you are the architect of your portal in the sense that you guys secure your portal. You have a username and password. So the security of your portal is in your own care.
Do you have 2FA?
Yeah, I was about to ask.
Not 2FA yet, but we'll do that. But what I'm saying is for username and password first of all, right? So if your username and your password gets compromised, I mean you can change it.
It's not about compromise. I gave it to somebody working with me.
Yeah, you can.
So that person is using it on another system.
I think the question.
So you can sign in. You can sign in.
So I think he's asking like if you have other forms of authentication, maybe like a 2FA that you mentioned,
or user management, kind of.
Even you have 2FA, where someone wants to sign in, you have to approve it. Right?
I feel use them on another platform. So that's exactly where my question is going.
So that means is there some kind
on your banking app now? If you give me your banking app password and I go carry your money, who you go?
It's not me.
It's not his fault.
I'm not saying your phone. I'm saying what are the measures you have to keep your customers in that?
We pray to God.
That's a shared responsibility.
Because I got pissed off with SendGrid because of that, and the process of unlocking my account was over 3 months.
I have got issues like this now. Yeah. Once you set up those tight security stuff, in a case where legally something happens and you want to now change it, it becomes a problem. You know. But I get what you're saying. So,
But is there an audit trail
audit trail of necessity
of something
of
like
people,
the location, things they are here, or where it's being used and those kind of things?
Yeah, we have it but not exposed.
Okay.
You understand? But I think that those are things we can maybe adults, you know. So even if we have all those audit trails, it doesn't prevent you from also using the system again to send SMS. What happens is that when it gets compromised, the owner can reset it. Yeah. Okay, guys.
Thank you.
We see the quarter.
Thank you very much. So I guess one of the advantages of sharing your products with engineers here is that we get to pick things that we cannot pay attention to, like technical things like you mentioned, more authentication, audit trail. So if those things are not things that you already have, you may have to start looking at them, or if you have them in your pipeline, you pass forward them. That's an advantage of sharing it with technical people as well. You can see some angles that you are not seeing. So I think we do a lot of technical sessions. Maybe we should dilute the beat with a non-technical session. So I'm going to invite Shegun Mosakaka. I've not called you yet, to stay there.
He's going to do that.
You shout a boss in Sterling, Chigoze, Mosakaka. You got one time, so you go say no, and you get the sample again, we call and shakes wealth. So that's further ado. Welcome our games master. It's not Squid Games, we are not doing Squid Games. Shegun Mosaku, thank you.
Yeah. I mean, I hope we've been having fun. I mean, for me, it's been an educative and a nice meetup so far. So we're going to play a quick game. Our launch, what is launch again?
2:20. We'll play this game after lunch.
I did it after because I don't know.
What kind of game is it?
9 minutes.
Okay, so I'll give the rules of the game. Then when we come out from lunch, we'll play it before we start for that session. So basically, we're going to split ourselves into these four tables, right? And answer the question. That's the result. So
they get public address system. So that will be the second list. One famous. One famous. One famous. I don't want to Okay, it's time for food. So some of us now are eating, they are hungry, want to go and eat. You guys are waiting for us.
It's time for lunch. We have 20 minutes for the lunch. Okay. I want to tell you, I think we are going back to this. I don't even know. Lunch is